My latest dub Siren circuit that I've made. I think this is about the third or fourth version I've made. The first one I did was just a prototype circuit that I'd put together. It was a hot mess really. It had the board itself, then it had a separate amp, then it had the echo circuit as well. But this one has got a built-in amp, and it virtually just uses the JST plugs there to connect everything together, and it works really well. It's pretty small. I've added the pots onto the board itself, so you can just connect it up to the front panel. Tested it, works a treat. You can see it's pretty tight, but it works really well. So what you do is, once you connect everything up via the JSTs, you can actually connect one of these echo reverb modules up as well, really easy. So you need to, the out on this, you need to connect it to an amp. And so what I've done is you just connect the in from the echo reverb, and then you connect the out from the echo reverb, and that out connects to that amp, the 386 amp that I've built into this as well. So I'll also have an external input, so you can plug it into a speaker and really get this thing pumping. All right, so this is the front panel I designed for my dub Siren. I made this in Inkscape. You can see there's a spot there for the echo and the reverb. I cut out for the speaker that I'm going to use, and the controls for the dub Siren. There's an on and off for the modulation, and just a normal on off switch. Front panel all done, looking good. I didn't use water decals in the end because they were a pain in the butt trying to get them to stick to this acrylic. In the past I've used them, I hadn't had any problems with them, but this time around I think I tried 3 times and it just wasn't sticking to the acrylic. So instead I've used a sticky label, and you can see it works really well. So they're just printable labels, you just print on the front panel and just stick it on, and it worked a treat. I'll be using those from now on, which fits perfectly. So I'll get that. No, I won't attach that yet. So I've done the past, I've attached all the components, and then it's just annoying. So what I'll do next is make the case for the front panel. I've roughed out the panel now. Fits pretty well. Nail that together like that. So now we have the case built. I nailed it in. See the nails there. Probably would glue it. Usually I would glue it. I just got lazy and nailed it. I've actually added some glue as well in the corners, and yeah, it's pretty strong. It's not going to break. Plus there's a base here, which I've also stained with some aged teak. You can see it looks really nice. So now that the case and the panel's done, I can start putting in the components. So I'm going to do that now. Got to be careful I don't scratch them. So I had either this one or this one. Now that one will fit now like that. Obviously sits a bit more flatter. But as I like the larger one. So that outward. I'm gonna have to draw that hole out a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the larger one. Next, I'm gonna put the speaker in. So I've added the on-off switch, modulation, export, input, and then output for the external speaker. So it's, oh, so you can, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a switching jack. So as soon as you put in the jack, it will switch over to, it will turn this speaker off and then flick over to the external speaker. So let's put this little 2-watt speaker. I don't know where I got this from. I've got a bunch of them though, so we'll stick that in. Ooh, exciting times. We're getting very close. You know what's funny? I had a bunch of these boards and I made an adjustment to the board. And the other ones I threw away because of the adjustment. I thought, well, it was only a very small one, but I thought I'll just throw the boards away and order some more. I can't remember what each of these do. So yeah, I know I can just check my schematic and the board that I've developed, but it's kind of a pain in the butt that I can't see it. So I wonder next time if I should put the wording on the outside there of what each one of those JST plugs are. Anywho, I digress. Oh, wrong way. Let's put on the potentiometers now. I've got all my pots. So many pots. Let's put these on. What do you reckon? Maybe the red up the top. Let's have a feel. Yeah, that feels good. That feels good. Let's chuck some red at the top, just to break it up a bit. What's the colour of the Jamaican flag? That's not the colour of the Jamaican flag, is it? No. No, don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, that's that. Now that is next. All those wires. I'm hoping the wiring won't be too onerous because I've got all these JST plugs. Just gotta make my life easy, or easier than just soldering the wires connected directly to the board. We'll do that next. I don't know if I'm happy with that still. I've got blue ones as well. No. Maybe blue instead of red. Let's try that. Oop. Yes. I'm not blue, they're purple, but whatevs. Yes, I like that. I like that a lot. All right, wiring next. So the wiring is just about done. I've got one left, which is the power. I've added the echo reverb module there. You can see the switching audio socket. It's connected directly to speaker, and then the speaker is connected. So as soon as you plug in a jack to that, the speaker will turn off. I've got to glue this down. Just some, not actual glue, but these sticky dots I use. I put a sticky dot there and there. Push that down, and that means you can pull it up again. Momentary switch, and there's on off, and then modulation switch, LED. Yeah, we're pretty close to completing this. With the battery, that's the only thing which will be on the back of the back. Back of the back. So I'm gonna put the battery here. There's a little buck booster which will go with that, so she'll bring it up to 9 volts. I'm using a mobile phone battery for that. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I've got to make a way to charge the mobile battery, and means I've got to put in a little charger. I'll cut a little bit out here, which I might do right now before I connect the battery up. Wiring now is all complete. So you can see my battery here, mobile phone battery. Got a little buck booster, just brings it up to 9 volts. There's a micro USB just to charge it up. The Echo reverb board is all wired in. These JST plugs are awesome. Makes life so much more easier when wiring this up. There's obviously some soldering still, but it's pretty straightforward. You can see the switching input there for audio. So I wired all that up. And now it's time to put this back on. So I've closed at the back and added a couple of little feet on it, just so it doesn't slide around too much. Now it's ready to turn it on. You can see the LED flashing behind there, so that gives you the speed. I'm ready to play with it and just get some sounds out of this thing. So let's just try normal with some modulation. You can hear the echo there. So let's turn the echo right off and the reverb. Speed. Phase. Let's add the echo in, because echo is awesome. You got to have reverb on quite high to get the reverb, get the echo. And then the lower the echo, the quicker it is. So, and then the longer it is. Got a little speaker plugged in here. Actually, I haven't tested it with, should probably test it before I turn it up, but I'm sure it will work. Turn up. That's it. That's my dub siren. This is I think I've mentioned this before, but it's my 3rd one or 4th one I've built. Built a few different circuits, but this is the ultimate one. The rest of them were just a lot more harder work to put together. The circuit board on this makes this job so easy. So I've included the schematic, the Gerber files, everything in my Google Drive. There's a link to it in this YouTube clip. So if you want to get your own board printed, go ahead and make one yourself. If you're looking for a step-by-step guide, well, I've also done one of those as well, and that's available on my Instructables page. There's a link also in the YouTube clip, so check that out as well. It's a lot of fun, easy build, looks cool. I've also included the panels as well, so pretty much everything's included. All you got to do is put together and have fun. So thanks for checking it out. See you soon, and yeah, have fun. Cheers.